Well, hello and welcome from Las Vegas. As you can see, I'm at the not so salubrious end of the strip. Las Vegas Boulevard at the junction with Fremont Street. And today I'm going to go for a little walk up the boulevard, away misses, up Las Vegas Boulevard to the main strip, the glamorous part you see on TV. This part, Fremont Street's okay, I suppose, but the next mile, I would say, is not the best. But if you want bail bonds or to get married, this is the place to come. Anyway, enough chatting, let's go. Personally, I wouldn't really do this walk at night. It's nearly as bad as Wild Mill in Virginia. So there's downtown Vegas. And we're going that way. So I'm just leaving Fremont Street. And the sun's out, but I'm on the shaded side of the street. One thing you do notice as you walk around Las Vegas, it stinks of weed everywhere. You can get high just off the fumes. So if you're down on your luck, I want to pawn something, this is the place to come. Also, if you want to stay in a murder hotel, there's lots of those around as well. I'm trying to keep to the shady side of the street because the sun is shining directly towards me. So hopefully the images are okay. At this end, there seems to be a lot of government buildings. And you probably can see the stratosphere straight ahead of us. Well, I didn't film many of those government buildings because there's some big guards with guns hanging around outside. Well, I think I'm coming up to my first wedding chapel. It's by a Brazilian jungle grill. Very romantic. And I'm coming up to another one. It's the Graceland Wedding Chapel, a storybook chapel. This is where you get married by Elvis Presley. Look, John Bon Jovi was married here. And over there's another one, Love Story Wedding Chapel, next to 24-hour bail bonds. Aladdin's 24-hour bail bonds. So that place there is the place from porn stars. Some more bail bonds. Well, so far, this place is really good. If you want a tattoo, you want to sell some gold, you want to get married, or you need to get your bail money. Well, walking this area in the day feels okay. It's not particularly attractive. Quite interesting though. And there's less weirdos than I expected, but maybe it's a bit early for those. They don't come on shift until later in the afternoon. And there's another wedding chapel. Bliss Weddings. Who remembers Carry On Loving? Mr. and Mrs. Bliss and their wedding agency. And after you get married there, you can nip across the road to a dodgy-looking Mexican restaurant where they have banquets. How the hell am I going to cross here? Let's have a look. So this is a dodgy crossing, Charleston and Las Vegas Boulevard South. While walking this street in Las Vegas, you really get to see America in the extreme. When you win big and go up the top end, and when you lose bad and you end up down here. There are quite a few homeless people around here, but I'm not going to film those. I should have put this on my other channel, my walking channel, Marcus Walks. I started a new series, Marcus Walks, some dodgy streets in America. And there's Sin City Hostel. Is that a hostel for backpackers? A hostel for homeless people? And another wedding chapel. Viva Las Vegas Wedding Chapel. Next to the Super 8 Hotel. So you've got your honeymoon suite prepared as well. Did you see that? They've got 80s disco weddings. So I've reached the Strat, and this is where the Strip, as we know it, sort of starts. You can see the new Resorts World over there, then the Fontainebleau. That hotel's been in construction for years. The Sahara, and over there is the Westgate. And if you're a fan of James Bond, that was in Diamonds Are Forever, Willard White's hotel. And it's also where Elvis played. So let's continue down the Strip. Come on. We've still got the wedding chapels. We've got another one, Little Chapel of Hearts. They do vow renewals, Melissa, vow renewals. And again, they've got an Elvis sign. There's more Elvises here than Porth Call. Another one, the world famous Chapel of Bells. I can get married and divorced a few times in my short stay. So that's the Deuce. That's the bus you can take from the main strip to downtown Vegas. Look at the size of that gift shop. But where's Mel when you need her? Think of all the fridge magnets we could have bought. So I'm just walking past the entrance to the Sahara Hotel. What I've noticed, a lot of things, they're a thing in Vegas, but they're not a thing anywhere else. Like magic shows. For a start, it's not magic, it's trickery. And it's pretty boring. They got tons of them in Vegas. Also, it's like comedians and people you don't see anywhere else. Carrot Top. Like, they're not a thing outside Vegas. Anyway, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, those two things can stay in Vegas. Anyway, the Sahara. So I'm filming this in November. It gets cold at night, but walking the strip, I'm getting quite warm now. So that's the Fontainebleau Hotel, or as they say around here, the Fontainebleau. Anyway, it's been under construction for years. So I think they are going to finish it in 2023. We'll see. Just a heads up, you can't do this walk in the summer. It's just too hot. This time of year, it's perfect. We were here in the summer of 2019, and it was just too hot, even going from one hotel to another. If you're outside for 5 minutes, you were dripping in sweat. So don't try it in August. So next is Circus. Never stayed there. It's got the scariest clown picture at the front. Take a look at this. Is it just me, or do you find clowns really scary? This is like the part of old school Vegas. Question. Did they actually use this place in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, or just somewhere a set that looked like this place? Comments below. So at the end of that road, you can see the West Gate from Diamonds Are Forever. And across the road, I don't know if you heard it in the previous shot, there's been a little bump. Not surprised. The standard of driving is diabolical. I've now reached Resort World. This opened last year. It's Hilton, Conrad and Crockford's Hotel, a casino. And across the road from that are some of the nicest hotels, the Encore and the Wynn. So this end of the strip is very different from where I started. Downtown Vegas and off Fremont Street. You can really see the extremes. I was wondering, is that a good thing to have a country or a city where the extremes are so big? Anyway, enough of the philosophy. I'm just out for a walk. So those are the Wynn and Encore hotels, and I'm coming up now to the Palazzo and the Venetian. So I've made it to the main strip, and after slagging off magicians, look where I stopped, opposite a big sign for one. Anyway, the walk, it was interesting to see the contrast between downtown Vegas and this, the main strip, with all these luxury hotels. It's quite unsettling to see it, really, to see the extreme poverty, then the extreme wealth on this end. Well, that sums up Las Vegas, really. You win or you lose. Anyway, I'm not going to walk any further because I'll be doing that part in my next video where I walk the new Formula One track, and this is going to be the main straight. So I'll see you in that. Bye.